watching this video, there's a good chance that you're planning a vacation, but also looking to save some money in the process. If you're anything like me, I love finding ways to save money when planning a trip and actually spending that money that I save on experiences whenever I get to my destination. So that's why in this video today, I wanted to share with you 5 ways that you can save money when planning a vacation. Whether or not you're new here, welcome to the Megan Moves channel, where I like to make videos to help families make the most of their travels so that way they can create long-lasting memories. So let's go ahead and get right on into this video. A good portion of planning a vacation actually goes into how and when you're going to actually get to your final destination. So that leads us into idea number 1 here, which is to be flexible with your travel dates. Usually some of the reasons for going on a vacation are to take a break from work, to explore someplace new, spend some time with family and friends that you might be traveling with, and just to get an escape from reality. And in this planning process, a lot of times you'll need to know when you're planning on going on your vacation, so that way you can let your boss know ahead of time that you're taking time off of work, or just make sure that everything is good at home for you to be able to leave. But with this, if you are able to be flexible with your travel dates and the times that you're able to be away on your vacation, this can help you to save a lot of money when it comes to planning your vacation. This is another good reason to really research ahead of time and in advance when it comes to planning your vacation, so that way you can find the best deal and time to travel. If you have an idea of where you want to travel, you can research a couple months in advance and see what the prices are looking like. When booking your flights or lodging, oftentimes these sites will have calendars available that will show you the pricing throughout the month. With the use of these calendars, if you're able to be flexible with your time, this can really give you a good idea of when it is a cheaper time to travel and when it may be a good time to purchase your tickets or lodging. So being flexible with your travel times and when you may want to go on vacation is a great way to save you some money and potentially get you a really good deal. The second idea to save money when it comes to planning vacation is to travel during the off-season. Now, there's a couple of benefits to traveling during the off-season other than just saving money. It's referred to as the off-season for a reason, and a lot of times it's a lot less busy during those times when it comes to traveling to whatever location you may be going to. Of course, during the summer months, that is going to be the peak season of any location that you are planning on traveling to, so if you're able to find a way to travel during the off-season, it might not be as busy whenever you are going to visit that location. So that definitely is a benefit to you, that you can take advantage of more of the opportunities that are at your location because there won't be as many people visiting there as well. But not only that, whenever it comes to saving money when planning during the off season, a lot of times during the off season, prices for lodging, food, and for ticket prices are a lot cheaper when it comes to traveling and reserving things for a vacation. So consider trying to find ways to travel during the off season to save you some money. That gets us into item number 3 here, which is one of the main ways that you're going to be getting to your location, and that is to find cheap flights. Of course, there are other means of transportation when it comes to vacationing. You may be taking a road trip there or some other means of transportation, but if you are flying for your vacation, a great way to save money is to find cheap flights. If you've watched some of my videos before, you'll know that I am a frequent Spirit flyer and I love flying with Spirit, and I really appreciate the low ticket prices that they have, as well as a lot of the direct flights that they provide. But when it comes to getting tickets, finding ways to use some of the cheaper airlines can really help you to save money when it comes to flying. Some of these cheaper airlines that come to mind are, of course, Spirit, Allegiant, Frontier, and Southwest are all great airlines to consider when trying to find cheaper flights. Another thing that I've used in the past for looking for cheaper flights is a website called Skiplagged. To use Skiplagged, you simply put in all of the information that you usually do when it comes to finding flights. You'll put in the location you're flying from, the destination that you want to go to, and the day that you want to travel. Once you hit search, Skiplagged will simply search through all of the different airlines that provide flights for that location and that day that are available to you, and it will sort it through the best price. But even if you decide not to use Skiplagged, it's interesting to compare the different airlines and see what better prices you can get, so this could be a helpful tool for you when it comes to booking flights. Another way to save money on airline travel is to actually go to the airport and purchase your tickets. Now, I know that we have done this in the past when it comes to flying on Spirit Airlines. If you go to the actual counter at the airport and ask to purchase tickets, a lot of times you can get cheaper rates than what you can find online. This has been super helpful because we have gotten a lot better deals than when it comes to the prices that have been online, so this might be a great way for you to be able to save money on flying. If you have access to the airport, it really does make a difference to be able to go in and check what the flight prices are for the times that you are planning on traveling. And this kind of gets back into item number 1 when it comes to being flexible flexible with the times that you want to travel. If you are able to be flexible and there are better prices for certain days, this can help you to get a better deal if you're able to be flexible, because some days may be cheaper than others. I will say though, you do have to physically go to the airport to request what the prices are for the tickets. You aren't able to call over the phone, but if you're able to have access to the airport and go and check out what the ticket prices are, this could save you a lot of money. So of course we have ways to save when it comes to flying, but let's talk a little bit about lodging. In item number 4 here, we're going to talk about ways to find cheap hotels. A big portion of your travel or vacation budget can be spent on the travel that it takes to get to that location, but also the lodging that you have to use whenever you're at your destination. But finding ways to stay in cheaper resorts or hotels can really help you to cut down on your lodging costs. One thing that I have liked to use in the past that you may have heard of is Airbnb. Now, depending on the area that you're traveling to, a lot of times Airbnb can be a lot cheaper than the typical hotel or resort price for where you're staying. One location that this makes me think of personally is when we were traveling to Key West. Hotel prices in Key West were very expensive per night, and so we used Airbnb as a way to stay in Key West for a cheaper price. Not only can you get cheaper deals with lodging through Airbnb, but it's also really interesting to stay with some locals that live in the area. So of course you may have more touristy things planned for your vacation, but your host can help share some more local things to do in the area that you may typically miss whenever visiting the location. Another thing that we have done in the past is to use Hotels.com. Hotels.com has been a great way, like Skiplag, to show all of the different options that are in the area that you may be staying at. So it can help you compare and contrast different resort and hotel options, but also share with you some of the better deals that you can take advantage of whenever staying at that location. The last item that I have for you on the list here today is item number 5, and that is to use public transportation. Now, when visiting a new location, unless you're staying at an all-inclusive resort where you don't have to use much transportation, a lot of times it's very nice and handy to have some means of transportation to get around and to see the surrounding area. Rental cars are very convenient, but a lot of times they can eat up a significant portion of your travel budget. And so finding ways to use public transportation can keep you from having to rent a car and save you some money in your travel budget. So if where you're visiting doesn't require you to have a rental car, you can take advantage of some of the public transportation options available, such as shuttles, buses, subways, or even using Ubers or Lyfts. A lot of times, if the hotel that you're staying at is near the airport, they will provide shuttles to and from the airport. If you're visiting a bigger city, they might have subways or public buses available. And as I mentioned, Ubers and Lyfts have been really helpful when it comes to getting around and doing some sightseeing. So these are all ways that you can save some money whenever it comes to transportation whenever you are actually at your destination. So there you go, everyone. There's 5 ways to save money whenever it comes to actually planning a vacation. I know that I personally love finding ways to save money when planning a vacation because I love actually spending the money that I saved on experiences and things to do once I actually get to the destination. Let me know in the comments below if you have any other ways you like to save money whenever it comes to planning vacations. If you're interested in keeping up with ways of making the most of your travels, definitely hit that subscribe button below and we'll keep you posted when the next video goes live. So thank you so much for watching this video today. Enjoy your vacation planning and we'll see you in the next video. See you guys!